Welcome everyone. Welcome to a brand new broadcast featuring me, Bobby Bones. I'm glad that you're here to join me. I have something that I wanted to share with everybody. I apologize for the last couple of weeks not being on, but I wanted to take care of a lot of other things so I could clear the deck, so I give you guys better shows.
In a world of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act.
Yeah, so I wanted to share a video that Dissident Media has created. It's not from Brew Media, but it's from Dissident Media. So I wanted to give them full credit for the little mini documentary that they put together of a representative. It's a representative. It's not my representative, but he surely represents my values. And I liked it so much that I wanted to break in and share this video with you guys. And the creators were Tom Woods and Dan Schmaltz. And they did such a great job on this. It's only about like 12 or 13 minutes long. And I wanted to share it with everybody, you know, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. And I hope everybody's doing good. Please remember to subscribe, like, share. Don't forget to go to my X account at x.com/brewmedia. I mean, that page is growing all the time, and I really enjoy doing these shows for you. And don't worry, I have a lot new content coming up, and I hope that you enjoy. And God bless, and I'll see you guys after this video plays. Thank you.
Where we've exposed lies at the CDC, shortcuts at the FDA, unconstitutional gun bans at the ATF, over prosecution of January 6ers at the DOJ, targeting common citizens at the FBI, spying by the NSA, illegal mandates for livestock by the USDA, targeting transgenic plant vaccine at the NSF, and censorship, the censorship industrial complex of which the NSF is part of. Most Democrats are just fine with this kind of totalitarian state that the bureaucrats are pushing on us. But Republicans at least pretend to be against these things. But what are we going to do this September? We're going to fund every freaking one of those things that we have exposed. It sets up a fake fight that we all know here is fake. Somebody come down here and tell me it's not fake. You all know it's fake. The compromise has already been reached in a smoke-filled back room here. But that's what it is political theater, folks. We all know where it ends up. We've seen it. I've been here 12 years. I've seen it 12 times. I refuse to be a thespian in this failure theater. Can we be honest with the American people about what's going on here? This is political theater. I'm sort of in I would say, a different category. The president's consultants have spent $1.8 million against me. And Trump called me 3 times on the floor of the House. I'm coming at you like you've never seen. Never in your life before. Have you seen the way in which I will come at you? I'm more popular than you in Kentucky, and you know it. And you're gonna lose. It's all posturing, it's fake fighting. We all know where it ends up. This is Groundhog Day. I don't care if the Democrat is the speaker or Republican is the speaker. It's good theater. We've got great writers. I wish they'd just come up with a new plot. I got in my car and I drove 8 hours. And they're like, shit, Massie's gonna do it. They went to the parliamentarian and they're like, is there any way around this? And he's like, nope, Massie's right. The Constitution requires a quorum. Mr. Speaker, I came here to make sure our republic doesn't die by unanimous consent in an empty chamber, and I request a recorded vote. The truth, if you're willing to report it, is they don't want a recorded vote. They don't want to be on record of making the biggest mistake in history. This is the second time you've done something like this. And they talked me out of it before, but not this time. And then he said he thought it was the second time. I'd done that like 8 times since he was president. He just started realizing it's the same guy. Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk to change the title of the bill to a bill to kick the can down the road and for other purposes.
This bill is just the first step, a down payment.
Why do we always spend at least as much as we did last year, and why do we never cut spending? This bill is a debt bomb ticking. We're not rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic tonight. We're putting coal in the boiler and setting a course for the iceberg. If something is beautiful, you don't do it after midnight.
I think the Federal Reserve absolutely needs to be audited. They've really exceeded any kind of constitutional authority that they should be given.
It is poison. When you print money, it is poison to our economy. The principle is called dilution. And when you print $5 trillion and you put it into the economy, you have diluted the value of the money. The principle is so simple that a child can understand. His third tweet was, "He's terrible on guns." It's like, what? Where did that come from? Have you seen my Christmas card picture? Right.
Take the firearms first and then go to court. I like taking the guns early.
My question is this receiver legal or not? Because your bill is ambiguous. The people who own guns, which is the majority of Americans, are starting to see through this.
We're knocking out bump stocks. I've told the NRA, I've told them, bump stock's a gun.
What he's showing us here is not a bump stock. Would the Democrats be amenable if and when they find out that that's not a bump stock? Like if they could use Wikipedia or a picture, would anybody over there be amenable if they found out, and you will eventually, the internet's gonna help you here in about 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll bring it down a notch.
All right, folks.
Have you ever worked in the school?
I've got a bill to repeal the
I
federal-
worked in the
I'm not talking to
school
you
for
anymore.
20 years.
You're just screaming.
I was a
I
teacher.
got a
I was screaming.
We've got guns here to protect us.
Why? Ask the
I
question.
believe the
Ask the
kids should
question.
have somebody. Meaner, the American public isn't buying it. Isn't it true you have a science degree from Yale?
Well, it's liberal arts education and degree. It's a bachelor.
Okay, so it's not really science. So I think it's somewhat appropriate that somebody with a pseudoscience degree is here pushing pseudoscience.
Today, our nation has achieved a medical miracle. I am thrilled to report that the FDA has authorized the Pfizer vaccine.
Well, first of all, it's none of your business, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not vaccinated, and until there's some science, by the way, I have a master's of science degree from MIT. I'm not a virologist, but I can read data.
Operation Warp Speed was considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country.
Can you tell me if anybody's been granted a religious exemption?
I don't know.
So I believe that it's fraud. In fact, fraud to tell people that you're going to preserve their constitutional religious accommodations by telling they can apply for an exemption and then not allowing any of those exemptions. And I would hope that we've learned something from the COVID experience. Some of our science projects aren't the best ideas.
I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines.
I got my booster shot as soon as they were available. And just the other day, former President Trump announced he had gotten his booster shot. It may be one of the few things he and I agree on.
This truth was toxic to a narrative that Pfizer was spreading, that Joe Biden wanted out there so that he could force the vaccine on everybody, whether you had natural immunity or not. I don't think the press gets special privileges on the First Amendment. I don't think Congress does. I think every American, by virtue of being an American, has the right to free speech enshrined in the Constitution. They are at the same time denying that censorship is occurring, but suggesting that there's more material that needs to be censored. So when I go to DC and they threaten me or try to bribe me, it's like, I know once Friday comes, I'm going to be back on my farm and I don't need them. Pride in America is looked down upon right now. It's out of fashion. But pride in Israel is something we have to vote on 2 or 3 times a week now in Congress. AIPAC is very persuasive. For instance, the Israeli lobby in Congress, if you look at my colleagues' feeds now, they all look the same. Everybody but me has an AIPAC person.
What does that mean, an AIPAC person?
It's like your babysitter, your AIPAC babysitter. And when they come to DC, you go have lunch with them. I don't want to condone what Israel's doing. 1% of the civilian population of Gaza is no longer breathing air, no longer on this planet. If 1% of the U.S. civilian population were eliminated, that would be 1,000 9/11s. And I don't think we should be a party to that.
Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Iran, the reality is they don't have a missile that can reach the United States. They're not near to getting a missile that can reach the United States.
If we're going to lead, we should lead, and we should have good relations with every country. And we should conduct ourselves in a manner that sends a signal to the rest of the world that we're not tyrants.
I want everybody to stop dying.
I think I represent part of the coalition that elected President Trump. We were tired of endless wars in the Middle East and tired of wars in Eastern Europe. And we were promised that we would put our veterans, our immigration policies, and our infrastructure first.
I don't need the job. We're self-sustaining. I help my neighbors, and my neighbors help me. And that's what enables me to go to Washington, D.C. and say, you don't have anything over on me. Like, you could literally take everything I've got and I can create it again. You can pull all my fingernails out. You can shove bamboo up in them. You can start cutting off my fingers. I am not voting for Mike Johnson tomorrow. And you can take that to the bank. I don't know why it should be politically painful to be transparent.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
This is not going away. Congress, a co-equal branch with the president, should demand the release of everything that they have regarding the Epstein files. I mean, people have wanted these files for years, and now we're being told it's a hoax.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats.
If it's a hoax, president's own children fell for the hoax, vice president fell for the hoax, Kash Patel fell for the hoax. I don't think it's a hoax.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein.
This transcends all other issues. And right now, anybody who wants to subvert or keep the Epstein files secret, they are on the wrong side. The American people deserve this, regardless of what the political ramifications are for the speaker. Politicians do not like conflict. They'd like to tell both sides that they're on their side. Democrats want to grow the welfare state, and Republicans want to grow the military-industrial complex. People are becoming despondent, apathetic. Why would they go vote if they gave us the House, the Senate, and the White House, and the transparency and justice they were promised doesn't happen? Like, it's immoral, but even if you're okay with the amorality or immorality of it, it's short-sighted, because eventually it'll catch up with us.
So do any of the dumbos you work with understand that?
What he promised us, which we would put America first.
No, I don't think Thomas Massie understands government. I think he's a grandstander, frankly. If you ask him a couple of questions, he never gives you an answer. He just says, I'm a no.
Did it change your views at all?
No.
I hope that everybody has enjoyed the film that Dissident Media has created. Again, Tom Woods and Dan Schmaltz, those are the two people who created it. I wanted to put it out there because Thomas Massie is somebody who has stood up for so many of the values that I personally hold. And it's nice to see somebody in Congress who you know, stands up against, you know, the corporate gods, Wall Street, the bankers, you know, all the crooks inside of the Republican and Democratic parties. And he's really not a Washington insider like that. And so I admittedly have donated to him a couple of times. And I hope that that film gets you to help promote him as well. I mean, he's under a lot of pressure. You know, like I said, he's got billionaires going after him. A lot of swamp people are going after him because he's standing up for his values. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps to get the videos out there in front of people. Also, like the video. That does the same thing. And if you're not on my X, please go to x.com/brewmedia. I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to go and put out more content, more original content. I'm going to put out a lot of content. So please hit the notification button because I'm going to come with a lot of stuff in the near future. So I appreciate you. Thank you. God bless. It's good to see you. Thank you.